Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we need to talk about 10 big changes that Rockstar made to Grand Theft Auto Online in the Contract DLC update, including some secret features, hidden details, and a whole lot more. So let's begin with a patch that Rockstar just did to Grand Theft Auto Online. It was a silent one, and it only fixed one thing that we know so far, but it's huge. Now you have the ability to do the contract stuff and the payphone assassinations, pretty much everything to do with the agency in an invite-only session. How awesome is that? So before, you had to use the computer, you had to be in a public session. Now, you still have to be a CEO, that's fine, but now you can do it in an invite-only solo friend lobby. You do not have to do it with other players, which is incredible for not only just people bugging you, but if you just want to be a lone wolf. So you guys can see that I am in an invite-only session right now. I have the ability to sit at the computer and access the terminal. So well done, Rockstar. Thank you for making this change. I think they saw the outrage that people had for being forced to do the agency stuff in a public session. Some people just don't like that. So I'm really glad that Rockstar decided to make this change. And it kind of makes you wonder if it having to be in a public session was unintentional, and that this was them just fixing it, because you could call Franklin from an invite-only session and get a security contract. So I'm not sure why from the computer you had to be in a public session. So long story short, this makes a whole lot more sense, and now you can do the contract stuff in an invite-only session. That is absolutely amazing. Now, another thing I want you guys to be aware of is the Amani Tech. So one of the two big features of the Amani Tech is having the ability to remote control your car or to put the anti-missile locking on there. Now, the catch is you can only have one of those on your car at a time. So you cannot have both. And the even bigger catch here is that when you install one, you have to buy the other option again. How stupid is that? Now, Rockstar, I think, needs to fix that. So how I think it should work is if you buy one of them or buy both of them, you should be able to switch back and forth to them with no cost. But that's not the way it works. So don't get fooled into thinking you can just go back and forth, because they're really expensive. Like, they're over $300,000. So do not do that thinking you're just going to be able to swap back and forth. I just know that some players like myself tend to do that, and that might seriously get you in some big trouble. So that's the second thing today. The third thing today is all the trophies you can get for completing the security contracts and all the payphone stuff. So we talked about how you can get stuff in the safe by completing the Dr. Dre missions and the records on the wall. Well, if you complete, I think it's 50 security contracts, you'll actually get a really cool trophy on your desk that says Partner of the Year or something like that, which is kind of a fun award right there. Kind of how like Franklin got his Employee of the Month plaque. And if you complete all the payphone assassinations by doing the special bonuses, you'll get some awards on your shelf. And if you complete the Lamar and Franklin short trip missions, you'll end up getting a special set of awards and plaques that are put on your shelf too. So it's a nice, fun way to decorate your office, or I should say the agency. They're really similar to the office, so I kind of get them mixed back and forth up. But yeah, that's pretty cool right there, that you've got all these different awards that show how much completion you've done in the contract stuff. Now, speaking of the short trip stuff, there's actually a couple of Easter eggs that I think are pretty interesting with Lamar and Franklin. The first one we're going to be looking at today comes from Lamar, who actually is very suspicious of Franklin's ability from single player. As you guys know, Franklin has like the ability to kind of like slow down time when he's driving. And obviously we don't have that in GTA Online, but Lamar and Franklin are racing each other, and Lamar basically tells him, don't use your special ability. That's cheating.
I'll meet you up at the first stash house I told you about.
Yeah, all right. Well, shit, how about I show you the way?
Hey, and this is a fair race, nigga. Don't be doing none of that supernatural freaky driving and shit you be doing.
Man, what you mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean when you go all cross-eyed like you constipated or some shit.
Man, fuck you. I don't look like that.
Yeah, you do. And you know what I'm talking about.
Shit, I know I'll beat you no matter how much shit you do to that motherfucking car.
All these years later, you still ain't even tested me. I went nice and slow for your bitch ass then, and I'll go nice and slow for your bitch ass now.
Shit, please, homie, stop.
So how funny was that? I thought that was an awesome reference to Franklin's single-player ability. And in another mission, when they're actually burning some weed, you actually hear them reference the time they were in San Fierro. So again, a reference to another GTA universe. Take a listen to this right here.
Hey, this is like that shit that went down over in Flint County back in the day.
All right, this part is done. Let's go.
All right, shit, job done.
So pretty cool, right? A nice couple of references and Easter eggs from these short trips that you might not have known about. Now, one more Easter egg, kind of starting us back in Vice City. In Dr. Dre's studio, Record A Studios, there's actually a Lovefist record. And as you guys know, Lovefist is the rock band that kind of appears in GTA 5, but originated in Vice City. So I thought that that was a pretty cool reference. Now, let's go back to the agency. There's a couple of things I want to tell you about. The first is if you want to buy the EMP compact launcher and the stun gun, you can do it in someone else's armory. So if you do not have an armory yourself and you want to save money, maybe one of your friends, crew members, or even a random person in your lobby does, you can actually just buy the guns from their armory in their agency, which means if you only want the EMP and the stun gun and don't care anything else about the armory, that's a way you can do it and save a little bit of money. You can also get a free Super Velito carbon. So from the agency, they actually give you the option to have a free helicopter, meaning if you don't own that helicopter, you can get it, and it doesn't cost you anything to bring out. Well, that Super Velito carbon, if you have a hangar, you can just bring it there and store it as one of your aircrafts. So you've essentially gotten a vehicle for free. And the Super Velito carbon is one of the best helicopters in the game. It's also incredibly expensive. It's $3,330,000. So because of that, that means you're basically getting a free multi-million-dollar helicopter just for having an agency that you can store in your hangar. I thought that was pretty cool. Something else that's pretty cool, we talked about this a little bit the other day, the daily fees. We didn't know what happened to them. They've actually been cut in half. And they also, instead of it being listed for each property, it now shows them combined. So it's going to take up less real estate on your screen. And it's also going to pop up less frequently when you do end up paying your daily fees. So 50% less and less time on your screen. That's pretty awesome. And if you were wondering where the other two media sticks are, we talked about one the other day that was in Franklin's house in his backyard. The other one is located on the top floor of Record A Studios. And the other one can be found in your agency desk after completing the Dr. Dre contract. So there you go. Those are all the locations of the media sticks in case you want to unlock all the music in GTA Online. So anyways, that right there is 10 big changes that Rockstar have made to Grand Theft Auto Online in the contract DLC update. I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Do you know of any other hidden details, secret features, or just cool changes that Rockstar have made to Grand Theft Auto Online with this most recent update? If so, let me know in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.